welcome to Summer Band. I'm Bill Bonnell. I'm the band teacher here at the middle school. And I just am so appreciative of you bringing the students out each morning bright and early to join us, and then getting them off to enjoy the rest of the day after we get to have some band. We had a week at chess camp, and I know some of the kids joined us for chess camp as well, and that was a lot of fun. I started playing in a band program just like this because I think I told you guys this summer, I didn't start until after 6th grade. I had other friends in the band, and Mom said, "Hey, you should play in the band too." And I said, "Okay." And the band teacher bought some instruments out, and he bought a French horn out, and he said, "Yes, you should play that." I'm sure because you needed people to play this. And my friend, my best friend in the world, said, "Hey, my neighbor plays the French horn," because my mom said, "If you're going to start now, you should probably take some lessons to be able to catch up with everybody else." So his friend played French horn in the National Symphony Orchestra in Washington, D.C. So I had a pretty great teacher starting right away. It was fun, but it was like summer band after 6th grade where I got started playing. So this has been a great time for us to enjoy and work on some things that we don't always get to do during the year and don't always have the time to do. And we've worked on some breathing gym exercises that Henry has done some work with us leading, and that's been a lot of fun. And I think some of the students will get to see that and want to do that as they get older and join us again. And also to talk about, hey, what it is that you do when you practice. Mr. Tweedy, one of my former students who's finishing up in music school this year, came in and shared with him some of the things that he's been working on in music school, and some of the things that, hey, I wish I would have done this back when I was in middle school or back when I was in high school to do more of that. So it was really great to have Mr. Tweedy come and do a master class for us. And then on the first day, I think we had, if this is your first year playing this instrument that's in your hands, like, will you raise your hand if this is like first, you maybe played like another instrument, but this is your first year playing the instrument that's in your hands. Will you raise your hand? This is your first one playing the instrument that's in your hand. So this is like you too, right? Did you play this before this year? That's like within like this year. That's pretty cool. That's a lot of us. So we have a lot of newcomers with us this year. So that's been neat to do. But I think on the first day, I think we probably played more band pieces than some of them played, like all the way up to this point, and that was just the first day. We're going to begin with the Yorktown March. Why don't we stand up and do this? Our next number is Glorioso by Robert W. Smith, and it's a fanfare for percussion and band. One of the fun things about summer band is when I see the list, sometimes like the morning that we start, to be able to come up with pieces that really focus on exactly the instruments that we have and adapted for that. So it's been really, really fun to have this rock and percussion section this year, and they're featured in Glorioso. So Blue Bossa gives the band a chance to do something completely different. So for these pieces, they've had the music written out that we're going to play. For Blue Bossa, you'll get to hear them do this a little bit in the last piece that we'll do, Louie Louie. But in Blue Bossa, they're playing from, here everybody hold up your chart. So they have a chart, they have a lead sheet, they have a melody and they have chords, but they don't have any other notes for the song. So one of the things we talked about is what jazz musicians do when the music goes away. What do they listen for, and what do they need to do to prepare in advance so that when it comes time to play, they can just play. So Blue Bossa is a style of a bossa nova. It was the big hit with jazz musicians at the end of the 1950s and 60s. Rio de Janeiro is the city in Brazil we think of with the bossa nova. And for musicians to be able to find cool new styles to take and use in their playing was a special thing. We talked about how in music, the melody of a song can be copyrighted and someone can say, hey, this is mine, and you don't have the rights to this unless you ask. But rhythms and chords are something that are for all of us to use, and musicians could use the chords in the song. So Henry and Maxon will each take a chorus where they'll use the chords of the song to make up their own tunes to play. That's, you know, kind of Blue Bossa, and it's kind of Henry, and it's kind of Blue Bossa, and it's kind of Maxon. And then the last time through, we'll all play the melody back together again. But this is Blue Bossa. 2, 1, 2. those so that in the last one you'll get to hear everyone take a solo. But for that one, to be able to recognize some of the patterns, some of what we call 2/5s in jazz, to be able to learn what to listen for and recognize, I think really helps the students get much better faster. They're able to take in more information and make sense of it. And they're also just able to really enjoy the things that they hear even more. Just like a lot of things in life. Sometimes we're so caught up in what we're going to learn so we can get into the right college, we miss out on learning what are the things that we can do so we can really have a beautiful, great life and make a difference. Hey, so this is, speaking of that spirit, this is The Soaring Spirit by Rob Price. Good guess. Chase trivia question. Chase, did you want to ask a Chase trivia question?
No!
Okay, so we're going to ask you to try to guess, and I guess this will work for Chase. This could work for everybody else, of like what everyone's favorite song was. Okay, so after this one, we'll see if you can know that. Maybe going home in the car, you can go, oh! I think it was this one. So we did Yorktown and Glorioso, Blue Massa. Soaring Spirit. And this is Louie Louie, that we kind of have a tradition of finishing up with. And this has been a chance for all the students to try to make their own music a little bit, right? So we teach them to play what other people wrote. But we have to feed them some vocabulary to be able to do that, to be able to tell their own story. So one of the ways we do that is some call and response exercises. So we have the rhythm section play the groove to Louie Louie, and then I can play different patterns and have them play those back. And then to be able to figure out how to use kind of those patterns, and then other patterns that they hear in other songs, and even things that they hear in this song to be able to use to try to make their own. So this has been really a lot of fun. So a lot of them, it's their first time getting a chance to do something like that. So that's a really big, really fun step. If you've had a great experience doing summer band, invite 4 or 5 of your friends and come and join us again next summer. We plan to rock this again. But this is Louie Louie, and you're going to hear pretty much everybody take a solo with this, all right? Is that? One, two, one, two, for joining us. Musicians, you can leave your music here on the stands. If you're new to us, like, the best is yet to come. This is like a great way to get started. So hope you enjoy the rest of your summer. Make some great music. Use some of these fun habits to get rocking out on your own. Right. So when you're on vacation, have a good vacation. When you get back, you know, and you need a break from the video games, you get tired with video games sometimes. I hope you have some fun with this. All right. Thank you again. Have a great day, everybody.